answer for. It's not the typical Barcelona football. They do have that wonderful goal to sit on, but other than Suarez and Neymar, you see that inventiveness. This an astonishing ball. This Busquets started as always, but then to identify this ball over the top and to drop it into that area first time on the run. The first ball is so perfect, it doesn't need to be controlled, and then the pass into the goal from Suarez, very special.
Well, as you see, a switch for Granada. The player coming out is Victorien Angban, while Jeremy Poga checks in, the 20-year-old Frenchman on loan from Chelsea. Poga went last year at Stade Rennais, the Marseille-born midfielder. A bit more of an attack look with Boga in there to start this second half, but will it be the difference? Phil Shane, Ray Hudson with you. Barca with the lead. 23rd goal for Luis Suarez on the 4th assist from Jordi Alba. Jose Hernandez, Eduardo Vizcarra on our Spanish language side, and Lucas Alcaraz would love to have the problem of a Jordi Alba in reserve. Well, brought back down by Paco Alcácer, who's coming in for the ailing Rafinha, and rather than playing up front with Luis Suarez, is actually on that right wing. Well, it worked wonders for Sergio Roberto. Here is Alcácer into the area, denied by Memo, his 6th stop of the match.
Well,
maybe right wing looks pretty good.
Plenty of crack to this hit, and Memo reading it exactly well and covering that inside of the post beautifully. Confidence boost at the start. Sergio Busquets, for me, has not put a single foot wrong in this game. Even Rakitic has had a very involved game as well. Andre Gomes has been on the periphery of the game and questionably still looking to be involved a lot more, but being a good tactical position, let's just say.
Blasted around. Matthew hustling to get over, and does just in front of the 20-year-old. Now, should he have kept coming out on that?
He's got nothing
goal
on the inside of him, has he? There's nothing in support. Andre Gomes arrives late because there's too much space to make up. Suarez the same, so he's got to go for goal.
Memo Ochoa outstanding, but there will be questions in regards to the goal.
Oh, a harsh man, Phil.
Normally, if you come out, keep coming. When you stop and try and put it into reverse, that you get caught.
If he's going to keep coming like that, he's going to be slid under first time with a dagger ball on the grass. And I think he did well to at least make Suarez pick out how many players in world football can arrest the ball with that sort of. I mean, you see, when you look at it again, people, you look at how Ochoa leaped in the air. He was literally a fingernail away from getting contact on it. It didn't work out because Suarez slices his spam very thin.
Busquets punched down right in front of the referee. Holmes takes a tumble, no whistle, out wide. Foulquier over quickly, something we've seen a lot. Busquets sliding over to help on the left as Alba has been caught upfield.
And Andre Gomes had left that ball after that tackle that put him on his backside just outside of the box. So you're right, Phil, good cover up until Andre got back into this position that he's now in.
Messi to the suspension, Turan out injured. Piqué to be rested. Mathieu in there for Piqué in the starting lineup.
Oh, what was that?
It's Rakitic now headed across midfield. Almost. Second effort finds Alcácer. Neymar, relatively quiet first half for him.
Oh. Messi, where are you? Suarez looking. Where's Leo?
Silva.
Really is a prime example of the last piece of the jigsaw being missing, and probably just automatically when Neymar gets that ball, cuts in, plays to Suarez. Suarez dummies over the top of it. You'll bet your bottom dollar Lionel's streaking in there.
Side Saunier, 27-year-old Frenchman, being harassed.
Oh, well played.
And then sneaks it through. A chance on the break. It's Boga one-on-one. Boga low to the far corner. Pings it home. We're tied at 1.
Jeremy Boga comes and absolutely puts the kibosh on Barcelona.
Brilliant ball through.
It's Andre Gomes that is vindicated by people who are saying that he's lacking so much when he gets his opportunities. When we see this again, Gomes comes in to challenge. Is it wonderful? We cannot see it now. He's onside. All that. The ball slipped through beautifully. One touch to caress, and he cuts it beautifully fine and uses the upright as his reference point. But when we see this again and replay, and you people with your machines, there's a bad challenge by Andre Gomes that cost Barcelona possession, and this is the resulting. Ter Stegen tries to cover it one way. He's got to take that inside of the post, but he's opened up a big window of opportunity for Boga to come in and find the side netting, and he does. Good pass.
Fighting to try and reclaim the lead. Fans at Los Carmenes making some noise here. Right about Gomes just giving up possession easily, but what a run by Saunier.
No
in the
question.
pass.
No, absolutely. This is, again, it's too late. You're seeing Gomes trying to make up for his initial mistake. There's no cover in those positions for Barcelona. A lot of the time when they lose it in those types of positions, they don't often lose possession in those places, though.
Whistle to the near side. Alba forced to retreat. Barcelona looks rattled here. Picasso in the midfield. And what a substitution by Lucas Alcaraz. Already, we've only gone about 6 minutes, Ray, and 3 times the speed of Boga has caused problems, and this time it's jackpot.
Sure.
And they might not be done. Poulquier, top of the box, back for Uche. Again for Boga, blocked by Mathieu. And now all of a sudden, Granada starting to believe.
That the fans behind the crowd as well, behind the cameras,
a mini
absolutely
Poznan.
in complete joyous jubilation that they are back into this game because of that young man.
Just his second goal. Now towards the spot, headed high. His first coming in a blowout loss against Las Palmas. I think Jeremy Boga will remember this one a little longer. Pereira, the long-range shot, no problem for Ter Stegen.
Well, our good friend Neil Barnett on Sirius XM Radio has been telling us about this young man. He's a Chelsea property, of course. Suarez.
Challenged first step by Picasso. Here's Neymar from long range, but right into the midsection of Memo. 7 saves for Ochoa.
Hardly a save, Phil. The back pass to him by Neymar that time. And Ochoa throws his Mexican hat on it.
Granada have won 3 of their last 4 at home at Los Carmenes. This would be the cherry on top. Neymar. Wide for Gomes. Across the 6 and parried by Saunier. Now another switch, and something wicked this way comes. The Colombian Adrian Ramos, they're going for the win. 55th minute. Neymar offside. A couple of ex-Barca boys on the bench, and Sergi Samper and Isaac Cuenca. It looks like they might stay. Oh. Neymar appeared on.
Certainly was level.
And disagreeing with Fernando Tresaco on the far side. That's the 7th time they've been caught by the flag. A lot of hard work for Kravitz. His coach appreciates it, even though it's not showing on the scoreboard. Now Adrian Ramos, the 31-year-old Colombian, brought back from China, extended Dortmund, Hertha Berlin in America de Cali, where he really made his mark. And again, one of those players brought in the winter window. A smile on Alcaraz's face. You don't see that often.
Well, he's getting criticised by Luis Enrique there for not getting the ball back into play. He says, we're happy. You don't look so much.
Luis Enrique has never lost against Granada in 7 tries. And he still would not lose this one, but 2 points would be a huge gift for Real Madrid, who host the Clásico. A sign that they're taking this seriously. Suarez just before the break. Boga just after. Sergio Roberto gives it up. Fans letting Silva know there were footsteps behind. Thought earlier, Malaga, Oscar Romero, some of these players going abroad to China and then changes. Bringing some of them back. Neymar looking for the opening. Now back over for Busquets. Approaching the hour mark. Rakitic. Neymar lets it run. Back from Alba. Neymar blocked away. Right in front by Fulquier.
A beautiful little ball that was from Jordi Alba.
Alba into the Frenchman.
Just dropping it beautifully dead for Neymar.
Forward down the line. Alba. Neymar trying to slice it in. Casul retreats and then launches it upfield. Ramos looking at Jaime, wondering where the whistle was.
The ball.
For Neymar, cuts to his right foot. Saunier throws his body in. Memo punches, but straight to Paco, who misses. Suarez beaten to the ball by Hector Hernandez. And then the foul as the Uruguayan tries to win it back.
Unfortunately for Paco Alcácer, you'll not want to see that replay. The ball dropping into him and plenty of room, plenty of space. But shanks it, miscontrols it, and then Suarez racing for it down.
Probably a good no call, as Ramos the one who instigated the contact. Yellow card for that. After Lombard's 2 horseback rides in the first half. went without a whistle. Settles, looks for help. Lunges to keep it in play. Chirano denied. Lomban in good position. Take a look at what's coming up for Barcelona. Of course, those Juventus matches in the Champions League. What a showdown there. All leading up to the Clásico. Sevilla taking on a bit of water. Mentioned the scoreless draw earlier.
Another good demonstration from young Jeremy Boga, excuse me. Pogba.
It has a fit to it.
No argument. They like him at Chelsea, Phil. They've sent him out 2 consecutive loan teams. Some promise there.
Boga again mentioned Stade Rennais on loan last year. Just 2 goals through the season. Netted his 2nd here tonight, and they still have about 10 to go. Let's see past Wakasu. Finds Silva into the middle for Ramos. Mascherano. Pushed back by Roberto, and no problem for Ter Stegen. Boga.
Make no mistake, there's a fire going on here now in the Barcelona basement. These are 2 points that they simply cannot afford to slip out of their grasp. Not full credit to Granada for really coming back and drawing this game level, but make no mistake, Barcelona kiss these 2 points goodbye and throw the lights off.
Maybe focus on Europe at that point.
I never say never, really, but Phil, this would be an absolute death knell for them.
Driven long by Saunier, but no one really giving chase. And again, as Iniesta awaits his arrival.
And waiting and waiting.
Lucas Alcaraz with a couple of new faces in the front office to help. Maybe this gives them hope of survival. A point that they would not have counted on.
Good ball again by Busquets.
In attendance here today, Valdenito, Hernan Crespo, who is reported to be stepping in alongside Tony Adams in the Granada front office. Neymar dances around the 18. Busquets. Will it hold? No.
He started the construction of this movement from deep, deep, deep. Busquets, and knitted it together. That's where he skips the light of Andre Gomes and leads to that pass. That's absolutely irresponsible defending there.
Granada's first shot on goal coming 50 minutes in. And you know what? They better be careful because they're still vulnerable. Lomban again renews his wrestling match with Suarez. Lifted up, but Memo out and then buried by Paco. He's giving credit where it deserves, but he's on the scoreboard in La Liga.
A wonderful run, and just like Lucho Enrique had been telling him, keep cutting on the inside and take his position when Suarez either fades away or joins the midfield, and he does. Wonderful here from Suarez, holding off. He's onside as the ball's looped over him, a rainbow pass, and there's a pot of goal for Paco. It's brilliant, hold up, strong play, and then that's a clean finish. Again, wonderful run away, peels away like tissue on a toilet roll. Paco Alcácer, a little flick up into the big man of David Lomban, but incidental. And Paco says, thank you very much. That's the go-ahead goal for Barca.
Clinical finish by Alcácer. And you can see that's something they've been working on. If you missed it, watch it again. Facebook.com/BeInSportsUSA. Huge goal for Barca. Cannot afford to let the intensity drop now, though.
A marvelous play by Luis Suarez. It was a lovely, clean, neat, sweet finish. And a good run, unquestionably, by Paco Alcácer. But the strength that Suarez shown in holding off Lombard, who has been like a Rottweiler on a poodle for most of this game under Suarez. To hold him off like that and spin away and then loop that ball over the top.
Luis
Wonderful
Suarez,
vision.
his 23rd goal of the season to open up, and that's his 10th assist, tied for the league lead.
Nicely.
Rakitic to his left, lifts it, tapped away by Memo, caught flat-footed.
Great ball from Sergi Busquets, knifes this ball through the midfield into Rakitic, and then he finds a space, twisting, turning. Wonderful. Good save. Right at him. Couldn't get the requisite angle towards the goalposts. Right at Memo.
He was given up 2 goals, both forced to come off of his line to try and deny a break. From the corner. Cleared away by Ramos. 7 saves, but it might not be enough. Figure Rakitic or Gomes would be the obvious choices as Iniesta awaits. Neymar. Saunier on the other end. Suarez escorts it out.
When Lombard went to hold his face in that situation, Phil, that led to the goal, Lombard knew that Suarez had already evaded him, and that's when he went to try to buy one, perhaps from the referee. There's certainly a little flick against his face, but nothing that would have put this one off. And a wonderful finish by Paco. A great combo, that, but all the credit in the world to Luis Suarez.
So in the pool as to who would replace Messi, I don't know if anyone would have picked Paco Alcácer. Slotting in for Rafinha, who was injured early. Midway through the second half. There's still time for Granada. But again, in danger of falling even deeper in the relegation zone. At the moment, 8 points from safety and goal differential not in their favor. So 3 full games with just 9 to go after today. Uche Agbo harassed, retreats. Sonia, you see Suarez cutting off that back pass to Ochoa. Maracuacaso. Nice from Pereira, who's been held in check. Sergio Roberto back. Shots for Barcelona, and 10 of them on target. Shape. Ter Stegen. Under pressure, and a collision inside the box as Busquets goes down. And the card, or is it? Nope, just a foul.
Well, he goes to Busquets, as he always seems to do, but this time I think Ter Stegen had an option, both either to Jeremy Mathieu on the left side or another available player outside of Busquets, and now it's the way they do it. It's very, very close to getting caught out there. Well,
yeah. Not much, but yeah. Lucas Alcácer disagrees with me, and apparently a little too vocally with the fourth official. Looks like he's been advised to watch the rest of this one.
No, it's...
Chus Cañadas
that's the
is
man.
the assistant who's been shown the door. And some of Busquets exaggerating, perhaps, maybe leaving a bit of doubt. But I think from the replays, there was contact.
Coming through the back.
Cañadas not done.
Still, he got a good bit of the ball. It seemed to be one of those simultaneous types of challenges. Is that being given in the midfield area?
Neymar.
We all debated different points of view,
Busquets.
but that was close.
Neymar, flag stays down. Touched off of Fulquier and out. Alcácer politicking with Fernando Bueno. Actually, that's the assistant, Jorge Bueno, no relation. Shoa stays back. Cleared away. They'll try it again. Don't forget the extra coming your way next. Gonzalo Higuain, a, shall we say, warm welcome back to Napoli. Just one of the stories. Edge of the six, touched wide, and Mathieu almost slots it home.
That's his almost hat-trick completed. 3 great opportunities here tonight, Jeremy. And this one was probably the hardest. And this one was probably the closest.
We talked about Alcácer scoring his third. The 3 goals in his last 4 competitive games, which is 3 times as many as he had the prior 14. Finding his legs. Again, credit for all of the criticism Luis Enrique has drawn. He elected to go with Paco, and to this point, that's the difference.
Well, I wasn't arguing about it. You were talking about bandying for Denis Suarez, Phil.
And now we know why Dennis isn't out there. Not you. An open Iniesta.
Oh,
Almost to Neymar.
Yeah. It's defending in the end by Fulquier. Certainly an athletic team, aren't they? All wonderfully fit. Strong players, these players on Granada. And they put it out. There's no quit in them. Languishing so deep in such perilous position. And against Barcelona, they have really stretched and extended themselves. Look out.
Nice run inside Pereira, but the run stops at Busquets' feet. Good step up. Yep, Picasso. Your side, Fulquier. You can see Lucas Alcaraz telling Boga to get in the middle, get more involved. Chipped across, out comes Ter Stegen. At the edge of the area, the punch to target. And then nodded into the path of Rakitic, 3v4.
Lovely little touch header there by Paco Alcácer.
Back heel try by Rakitic, and it would have been brilliant. Silva. And it's been that kind of second half.
Touch.
Flicked back by Suarez. Rakitic was ready. Neymar screaming for the ball. Alba will get it to him.
This time again.
2 in the box. Neymar against Fulquier. Forces him back. Iniesta. Sergi to Sergi. Neymar. And the ex-Barca boy Isak Cuenca loosening up. Tackled away and still in play. Neymar was ready for the throw-in. Picasso. Still too much time to be comfortable. Picasso again. Looking long for Ramos, who hasn't seen much of the ball. Pereira wide. Hernandez inside. Mache clears. Andres Pereira. Pereira low and on a hop. That's gathered in by Ter Stegen.
Hasn't seen too much of the game in this contest. Man United loanee comes with a good name, coming out in the press this week saying he's looking forward to going back to Manchester United to claim his place. Look out.
Suarez quick feet and smartly wins the corner.
Tries to stop that one really quick and turn Saunier. It was covered.
I would imagine it might be Wakasu or Pereira.
Yeah.
Unless they pull out a wing back.
Pereira might be the one, Phil.
Neymar with an in-swinger, loose at the 6. Rakitic brings it down, and then he goes down. Okay. Bursting forward, trying to get rid of it, but a tackle by Mache from behind, but he got the ball. Played back to Memo. Got away from Iniesta. Picasso. Teasing Paco. Agbo retreats. Here's Saunier. And went a little further downfield. Boga upended. Nice tackle. Mascherano.
Beautifully timed. Calculated gamble like that, but great ball in here.
In the middle, Neymar, but they couldn't get it to him. Lomban in the way.
Good attempt by Suarez, but well defended by Lomban, reading that pass.
Andreas and Rakitic. They're trying to play peacemaker.
Well, certainly was. What the Croatians arguing against here was the earlier challenge. Been in the battles all right, but you don't mind. Wonderful player, Ivan Rakitic, looking to extend his contract here at Barcelona.
If they take out the defender, they'll go with 4 in the back, and Cuenca will push up the line.
Yeah. Silva exits, and familiar face to Barcelona fans and his teammates coming in.
8 years with the Catalan side.
Yeah, scored some good goals. Memorable.
Down by Ramos.
Nicely.
Boga double teamed. Neymar battling Fouquier, seemed to take a hit, and the referee agrees. Granada fans not showing much sympathy. Now the yellow.
It seems a little bit harsh, this, in looking at it in live time. We'll see in replay, but I think the arm comes up onto Neymar, but I'll have a look at the intention here. The referee says this is fully intended. Take a look. He's reaching in and across, but
again, it looked like that might have been from the assistant or the fourth. Alcaraz disagreeing. 80th minute approaches. La Liga not the only action on the day. Extra
good
with a
run.
complete recap. Here's Boga looking to add a highlight. Two in the box. Tries to get around, and it does seem to touch off Barca. It does for the corner. Granada, their 9th.
Actually, a sense of nervousness still in this game. As long as it's 2-1, this Granada dangerous, but doesn't find its way through that time. But certainly Barcelona looking for that insurance goal. But being hard to come by against this gritty team.
Neymar showing some grit here.
Brilliance.
First pass 2, cuts to the inside, loses a third. Agbo tries to bring him down but can't, and they will get the foul.
Combination and so many beautiful touches by this special player on the run. Again, we'll see the end of it, but so much to like about that early part of that run. Cuenca comes across, there's nothing wrong there. Again, his feet turn into hands. This is where the challenge comes across him. Just clips him, puts him off his balance. Yeah.
We're just a 1-goal game. Ramos pushing forward. Might have been off, but the flag stays down. He's brought down as he comes back to the ball, and Mathieu whistled for the foul. Have not beaten Barcelona since 2014. It was back when Yassine Brahimi was still marauding through La Liga.
Some very committed targets to hit here now for Pereira if he wants it.
He will drive it wide. Now 4 in the box. Chip towards the spot, but off target. Suarez to clear.
Altogether too clever. Big targets inside at 2-1. The opportunities have got to go a lot more direct, Granada.
Agbo, and he reaches out to grab. He'd earlier gotten the yellow, and now he's got a matching pair.
Now, Alcaraz, you can take them to school, but you can't make them learn sometimes. Footballers get rash, and Agbo showing it on a yellow card. And you see Casso just shaking his head in disbelief. Do without this, and he's getting no sort of response from his coach. Just a silly player.
Either one, a very harsh challenge, but you can see where the yellow comes from. Neymar slices through 2 into the 18, off for Suarez, controlled by Rakitic, and deflected home for a third.
Again, he gets his theodolite out and measures this one absolutely beautifully, and it's a clean goal, I believe. Neymar sets the table, squirrel on a telephone wire, driving into Granada's defense and stretching him out like Spanx on Miami Beach. And then the ball in is a little bit of a fortunate touch. Let's take a look. Neymar, it's all brilliance. But right here, there's a bit of a good fortune that pops towards Rakitic. Let's see if this takes a slight deflection on its way, and it does. But he'll be claiming it.
Saunier, it looked like it might be going wide.
Yep.
And that might even go down as an own goal, but I think Rakitic deserves the credit. By the way, as things get nicer on the pitch, especially on the scoreboard, some bad news from Barcelona on the bench. Word coming that Rafinha's injury to his right knee, meniscus damage suspected, and there will be more tests in the new week. If you missed the goal, watch it again, facebook.com/beIN Sports USA.
Ball.
Neymar in the center of the park.
And again,
looking to try and get Paco on the score sheet again.
Well, nowadays the cartilage operation, the meniscus, is pretty routine, and players can be back within a couple of weeks. Oh, sad for Rafinha. Missing a good alternative for a player coming in. Oh, and Elena getting another run out. There hasn't been many of them, Phil.
Carlos Alenia, very promising midfielder from La Masia. He's played for Barcelona in the Cup, but this would be his La Liga debut.
Played.
Back for Andres Pereira.
Played well in the Copa del Rey, as I remember. Elena.
1-1 draw against Hercules back in November.
Talented player. He's probably man of the match that night, I recall.
Down goes Ramos. Only whistle from the crowd. Wasn't that long ago. This was a close match, but Barcelona making the breaks. And here breaking through again, Neymar, but Lomban shuts him down.
This is good defending from the ex-Barca man. Oh, he's in!
Stripped back by the Brazilian. Kick save by Memo. And Suarez tried to do it again.
Lomban stands him up. A wonderful tackle in the end here. Take a look. Lomban times it beautifully right there, and then hits the snooze button. Neymar's in, and Ochoa again keeps the scoreline down.
86th minute ticks to a close. There, Neymar.
I think that one was very little in that.
I'm wondering whether that was
one
for kicking the ball away.
Yeah.
Maybe even thought he was kicking it at the assistant.
Right. Could be right.
Just a little lighthearted kicker, you might say. Catch that on the extra later. Thomas always has his dancing shoes on.
Gary Bailey as well. Gary's got some moves.
Chip to the near side. Fulquier with the touch. Credit to Barca, by the way, keeping Boga in check since his goal that tied us up. Seems like another game at this point. Nice from Fulquier around Alenia. Deflected in. Here's Boga again. Boga put three in front. Wide for the Frenchman.
Good defending by
Ter Stegen.
Busquets and Jordi Alba there closing in on Boga.
2-point gap. Game in hand for Real. Here's the Clásico to come.
Look out.
Suarez beating that back two. Threads it across, and Saunier clears it just in front of Neymar.
And he'll be saying his apologies to Neymar. Suarez is short with this pass. Brilliant control on the run. But then he just needed a couple of more ounces on the weight of that pass. Ventilate it a little bit too quietly for Neymar to reach and punch that one home. He's been through a lot of work up there tonight. For me, unquestionably man of the match, Suarez.
Neymar with a quick drive. And another chance for Paco. Quick thinking. Couldn't put it on target, though.
Sprints away from his coverage, right into the open area. And again, split second, but that ball really pinged towards him.
Where there will be some that will point to the fact that that is the 7th red card that Barcelona opponents have seen, and Barca yet to see one. And also 5 penalties for Barca, none against. Okay, back, Boga down. Ter Stegen drops the apron. sometimes the interpretation is the fact that it's Barcelona that is imposing themselves on the game and more likely to be the ones victimized by the defense. Game a bit closer than the 3-1 scoreline would appear, though. 90th minute.
A lot of these games this year for Barcelona haven't been the vintage that many have been weaned on over the last several years. Just a different edition, but it certainly has been against these lower teams, finding themselves a bit of a slow motion mode in the early parts of the game. It certainly was here today.
Well, touched back to Ter Stegen under pressure.
It wasn't as if Granada were threatening them with too much going the other way either. So
again, you talk about
it. It's a strange sort of a season for Barcelona this year.
Their last loss against Deportivo, who were just coming out of the relegation zone. Hércules, another where they dropped points. And Malaga.
Brilliant from Iniesta, that.
2 minutes out.
Moly.
Paco looks to the inside. Suarez scoops it back for Alcácer. Blasted across. Neymar! And a tap home for 4.
This could be one of the goals of the season in many ways, because it starts with the Iniesta with absolutely astonishing brilliance deep in his own half. You people, you lucky people with them fancy schmancy machines, take a look at the genesis of this goal with a man called Don Andres Iniesta. This is the finish of it. But I tell you what, the way it was embroidered down the field was beautiful. First time football, one touch. The kid gets in on the action off of the bench as well and has a part to play. The Brazilian cleaner than Neutrogena with his finish. But Iniesta with some beautiful hocus-pocus just outside of his own 18-yard box, and then a cross-field pass that opened it all up. Stardust from Iniesta.
Well, then, yeah, involved. If you want, watch it again on Facebook.com/PN Sports USA. Well, you can stick around and watch it on your television as extra right around the corner.
Do that.
It's you and your fancy schmancy machines, right?
Yeah, I kind of get the hang of them.
Laid back for Boga. Looking for an opening.
Nice movement, isn't it, about Jeremy Boga, though? It's playing amongst a tough team. Oh, look
looking for the gap, and it's 3v2. Suarez guiding traffic. Neymar off the post. Woodwork saving Ochoa as the game comes to a close. It was 1-1 5 minutes into the second half. It was all Barcelona after. Neymar, one of the heroes of the day, but Luis Suarez, our man of the match.
Wonderful quick feet here by Neymar and kind of guide that one home. But this one was a game that had to be really fought for and earned, but Suarez from the first minute was the antagonist and the inspiration for Barca. Here was a masterpiece of a goal. Jordi Alba puts it on a pin for Suarez, but he's got so much to do. He follows the bouncing ball and then sends it into the back of the net with a heavenly touch. He'd be involved in the last goal as well, but Barcelona get by Granada.
More to come.